Not a very nice day here in Florida. Welcome back to the Jacked Racing YouTube channel. It's a quick hello and goodbye from New Smyrna Speedway. We went back and forth all day whether we were going to come out here or not. Forecast was bad. We're out of breath here because we just put the car back on the trailer super fast. We ended up coming here super late. We got here at 5:45. Practice ends at 6:15. We took the car out, made 5 laps, and it was fast. Like really fast. Like we picked up a 1.5 seconds off of our last lap time. So we're in a really good spot right now, but we can't do anything about it. Unfortunately, they called it right after qualifying for the modifieds. So the car is back here on the trailer. We're just gonna head home. Once we get there, I'll talk a little more about what we did, but all in all, not a bad 20 minutes at the racetrack. All right, we're back home. We got everything unloaded here. Let's talk about what happened. So we started the week off fixing the intake, which I'll show you right now. Here's what happened. I thought the worst. I heard all that banging and clanging, saw how it was idling, and just kind of panicked for a second. But then I looked at it, and the intake hose right here was just taped on, and it was sitting kind of like that. So the sensor is right here. It didn't really know how much air it was getting, and that banging noise was the tailpipe banging on the underside of the body. So really it was nothing other than a $15 little hose here that I'm gonna bolt on, and that should fix that problem. This piece up here on the throttle body wasn't even on tight. Now it's tight. That's tight. No more air leaks. I'm betting this is gonna sound a whole bunch better than it did earlier. Oh yes, that is much better, and that throttle is so much more responsive now than it was too. I'm betting I had an air leak this entire time from that. Was kind of one of the easier fixes. I don't know how long that's been messed up. I could kind of feel like I was down on power last time, but definitely I know I was down on power, so that made a big difference, just getting that intake leak fixed up. The next thing we did was work on suspension. You can see here we actually got camber in the front tires. We put in new struts in the front too. Well, not new to me struts that were a lot better. Some of the factory ones were just absolute junk. You'd push on them just a little bit and they would just collapse. So basically no support in the front struts. So getting some good struts and camber in the front. We set the toe again because every time you mess with the camber you have to fix the toe. And then the big upgrade was the new tires. I'm also really glad I pulled off when I did last week, because this is how I found the tire when I unloaded it from the trailer. This thing is toast. You can see the cords that were coming out of it. It was a second away from blowing, and I would much rather it go flat on the trailer than going like 90, 100 miles an hour, whatever I was going on the track. So I'll consider myself lucky and smart for giving up on the last lap and just taking the loss. Since I needed to upgrade tires anyways at some point, and that tire is toast, we went ahead and got new tires. New rims should be coming sometime today. These should be so much better than those cheap free tires I had on there. These are some good Falcon tires. They're going to be wider. They have a way better tread for racing. They're much softer compound. These things should help the handling a huge amount compared to what I have on there. Well, here we go. Still waiting for the trailer tire to get sorted out, but we got these mounted up and ready to go. I think they look pretty cool. I bet they're going to feel a whole lot better on the track too. So here's the difference in the tire. This is the old one right here. This is the new one. Putting all of that together made like the biggest difference. We, out the gate, were a second faster than last time. And once I kind of figured out that the setup was solid and I pushed the car, we were over a second faster. We were close to a second and a half faster than where we were. We're like, this should be a top 5 car now. I'm almost confident I can go out and get a top 5 next time. As far as yesterday goes, there was like a low chance of rain. We thought we were going to be fine. And then kind of out of nowhere, this big storm cluster came off of the Gulf over towards us. And there was like 98% chance of rain at race time. So we were like, oh, we're not going. It's not going to be worth it. We're just going to go and get rained out. So we kind of sat around for a long time, debating whether to go. We got the car ready just in case. And then we kind of got to the point where it was too late to even try and go practice. But kind of on a whim, we just decided to pack up and go. We threw as much in the truck as we could. We threw the car in the trailer and left. And I'm really glad we did, because that 3 or 4 laps, whatever we got to turn, showed us that everything we did worked. So now we can work on just a couple little things in the next week here, and hopefully find even another 10th or 2. So it was worth going, even if it was just for like 30 minutes. I think we were there. We literally got there, dumped the car off the trailer. I put my fire suit on, hopped right in the car, drove out on the track, did 3 laps, parked back in the pits, and it started downpouring. Like, it couldn't have worked out much better than it did. The other good thing is, because we waited so long, I missed driver sign-in, so I was going to have to start tail, and there was over 30 cars signed in last night, so I was going to have to start like 30-somethingth and have to spend basically the whole race on these fresh tires just working through traffic. So maybe it's a good thing it didn't happen. I can get these tires broken in a little more properly. I can not have to start in the back of a 30-car field, and it's just, everything kind of worked out okay. It wasn't exactly what we wanted, but it was way better than nothing. Next race is our 50-lapper in 2 weeks, so I'm really glad we got the setup in now. We're going to tweak a couple of things, hopefully find some more speed into it, but I think we're in really good shape for the start of the point season, especially with the big 50-lap race. We got fresh tires, a good setup. I have a better feel of what the car can do. I think I can even find a little more personally just driving a little harder, but all in all, it was a good day, so we're just going to take the next week to keep buttoning some things up. The starter is still having some struggles, and we're going to try and get some camber into these rear tires because they're basically at 0 right now. So we're going to try and get these cambered the right way. Anything to find just a couple more tenths. But things are looking good. Everything's going well. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.